Is it the end or the beginning? This is your life and your choice. I'm Michele Thill with Newland Wellness, and I help women who are over 50 and going through a major life transition. And today I want to share a quote from Ella Hicks, who once said, "The first half of life is about becoming who you needed to be to survive. The second half of life is about unraveling everything that no longer aligns with your soul's purpose." That's not a midlife crisis. It's a rebirth. To me, that really resonated with the whole concept of rebirth, of beginnings, even though you might feel like your life is in the endings. And I get that. You've been through a divorce, or you've lost a partner. Maybe you've lost a long-held role in a career or a job. And yes, that part of your life, we could say, has ended. But that doesn't mean your life is over. What if you're just beginning to get into a new chapter? One that you get to write, one that aligns with who you are becoming. Because that's what I really feel when we get into the midlife years. Even for those who consider themselves happily married and have not been through a major life transition, there comes a point when you hit 50 and over where you start hearing that still small voice that's kind of whispering to you. Now, in our case, it yelled at us, right? It brought about the change. And even if you're someone who hadn't been through a major life change, this is a time where you might still find you're called to change in some way in your life, to grow and to evolve. What if what's happening right now was giving you an opportunity to open up to something more, to think about what might be possible for me now? What if something beautiful came of this second half of my life, or second chapter in my life? It's all in the way you choose to view this. And last time we were together, I was talking about the thoughts of I choose to see this differently, and how it helps you rise out of a problem or situation more into a solution or a better way to look at things. And I've been applying that a lot with things that happen in my life on a daily basis. My first reaction to something may be, and instead I choose to see this differently, and I have some patience, and I relax more, and I center myself more. And this time of life, for all of us, if we choose, is an opportunity to tap into that wisdom that the years bring, where you realize you're more than the roles you have held and maybe even still are holding. And you're choosing to see a bigger picture, one step and one day at a time. It's not a one and done. It's just a continuation of following the breadcrumbs. And, you know, when I look at my life, for an example, I was with my ex for 29 years till he decided to leave for someone else. Now, you could say that was a midlife crisis. And if that was for him, it really ultimately turned into a gift for me, because it gave me the opportunity now to take care of me. All these years we've been conditioned through our culture as women to take care of everyone else. And it's a selfless act to be there for your kids, your spouse, your friends, your parents, all of that, co-workers, boss, stranger on the street, right? And we're selfish if we put ourselves first. And boy, we were conditioned wrong, because if we don't take care of ourselves first, we run on fumes. We're overwhelmed. We're not the best version of ourselves. I think about what an anxious young mother I was, because I was running on fumes, because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was living by the model of what was before me and before my mother and my grandmother, the history of the family. And I see now so many young mothers that are so patient and more centered. And I think we're in a different world today, and bravo to them. Now, I can't change how things were for me back then, and I'm not going to blame or shame myself. But in this growth pattern, I can now be that more centered mother for my grown kids and future grandkids. It's about us each day looking to be that better version of ourselves. And for some of us, being in a major life transition feels like it's unfair. You know, like I never expected to be on my own, alone at this stage of my life. I had never lived alone. I had never had to support myself. And all of a sudden, when my ex left, I was faced to figure it out. And I could either look to crumble, understandably, or look to rise. And I just chose to look to rise. For me, I didn't want to be someone that was going to become a burden to my kids. So I found a good job that paid well. And I've had several evolutions in the 10 years time. And I think, you know, I've made a point of finding a career that supports me, and also I support me by watching what I spend and how I live my life. And it's given me such peace. And then I've moved on to have this business with Newland Wellness, which is such a calling to me. So in addition to my day job is my passion of looking to empower women midlife to rise, because if I can do it, so can you. And it's all in the way we choose to view things. Yes, I never expected my life to be this way at this point, and I'm going to make the best out of it. And if I can, you can too. You know, I was listening to Deborah Poneman earlier today, who shared that everything happens as it's supposed to happen. And then she added a Byron Katie phrase that you don't have to like it, but it sure makes it easier when you do. Are you able to accept what's before you with a mindset of, I am going to go with this and grow with this? My ex-going allowed me to start really growing. And we can fight what's happening and spend a lot of energy because we can't change what's happened. Or we can embrace that change and change within ourselves and grow. So it's about having a mindset that's not just black and white, looking at things as is, but looking at things as they could be. It's about having hope that things will be better. And you know, I look at hope in this sense as a positive. Sometimes I see hope as a negative. You know, like, oh, I'm hoping everything goes all right, right? That fear-based hope. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the positive-based hope, the knowing that things will work out. Why do I know that? Because I'm going to make them work out. I'm going to do all I can and take all the action I can to ensure that. And I'm encouraging you to do the same. We have more control over our lives than we realize. To see this time as a new beginning. Yes, there is an ending to the life you once had. The memories are always there. That will always be with you. Now is the time where you can start looking at what's next. And the more you shift your mindset and focus on the possibilities over the fear, the more you build a solid foundation to which you can build upon. This can be a magical time in your life where you now have more time to focus on you. And I know that sounds so uncomfortable, doesn't it? Because we're not used to focusing on ourselves. But when you focus on you, everyone benefits because you're a more centered, more grounded you. You're a happier, more joyful you. Your tank's filled up and you're not running on fumes. And everybody sees how peaceful you are, how it's a joy to be around you instead of maybe dreading to be around you. So when you take care of you, I do feel that everything falls into place. And that's why I love that quote, that the first half of life and the second half of life are two different journeys for two different stages of your life. And how exciting that you get to now be in the rebirth state. What can you make of this time of your life? How you work so hard the first half of your life, right? We're worker bees. You know, it's us midlife women are the worker bees. And what if now we start playing more, enjoying more? Doesn't mean we're not working, but it means we're also enjoying and playing. And we're tapping into the fun. We're tapping into that joy. I am hearing more and more people I follow talk about the importance of joy in our lives. It not only helps our mood, it helps our body. Physically, our bodies function better when we have more joy, because stress creates inflammation, which creates disease and illness. So the more we enjoy our life, the healthier we become. And now you're in a time of your life where you have that attention on you to be more timeless, to feel healthier, more vibrant. This isn't the time that you're falling apart. This is the time you are coming together because the focus is on you. Your kids are grown, your ex is out of the picture, maybe you're retired now, your parents might either not need you or might have already passed over like mine have, and now you have the ability to spend that time with yourself, rediscovering who you now want to become and what life is calling for you to do. So just some thoughts today for you to choose to see this differently and to do so in a way that not only you but everyone around you benefits. You go. I'm excited for you, and I'd love to hear from you. What has this time brought in for you? And if it's been more of a negative spin, understandably, how can you choose to see it differently and start turning it around minute by minute, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year? If I resonate with you, if you like what I have to share, please like, follow, and subscribe for more. And please, if you know of someone that could benefit from what I'm offering, please share this message with them. I do have a monthly membership. If you've been with me for a while on these get-togethers and you want to dive in deeper, you know me and now you'd love me to know you, I'd love that. The link will be posted as well for that. Until next time, be well. I believe in you. Make it a great day. Take care.